glass. Whispers fade as shadows pass.
This was a training paddle about 2 weeks ago, about 6:45 in the morning. In fact, that's the Mocky squad out there that you can see in the distance. And for some reason I kind of felt spontaneously extraordinarily grateful for everything, for the gift of life and for the immense physical beauty of False Bay and all the opportunities we have there. I felt this way while I was surfing the waves out at Muizenberg, which you'll see shortly, and then got back to the club and felt again this kind of wave of gratitude for the community and for the club and for all that it offers us. And then a wee bit later that same morning, Garth Saunders, one of the members of our paddling group, posted this note of gratitude and appreciation on our WhatsApp group. I knew that it couldn't be a simple coincidence that two of us were feeling exactly the same way on the same day. It was then that I felt compelled to make this video, which is essentially a gratitude journal covering the physical beauty of False Bay, the paddling opportunities that we have, the places and locations that people frequent along the coast. This, for example, on my right hand side is Dalebrook Tidal Pool, and believe it or not, between Fishook Beach and Muizenberg Beach, which is only a 4-kilometer stretch, there are a total of 5 different tidal pools, all of which have their own unique beauty. And I'm just coming up on Dangers Beach up ahead on my left hand side, which is a beautiful spot, although it doesn't offer a protected tidal pool. My wife in fact loves her early morning swims, and this Dangers Beach is her favorite spot. And then the last topic of appreciation and gratitude is that of the surf skiing community and the club that we have, and I'll come back to that at the end of the video. Let's start with our paddling opportunities, and this is the first one. I'm busy heading to Muizenberg Beach, where one can catch waves, and in fact in the middle of winter, when there's a decent swell, you can actually catch a good 3-meter wave out of the back line, which is about 400 to 500 meters out. The second alternative is you can come out of Fishook Bay and turn right and go to the Wreck and to Simonstown. Of course, on a calm day when the wind isn't too strong, one can also head out to the lighthouse. And then, of course, the primary reason why we love the sport of surf skiing is that we can do the Miller's Run in both directions. So during winter, we can paddle from Fishook Beach out to Miller's Point, 11.7 kilometers, and then during summer, when the southeaster is blowing, we do our regular Miller's Run from Miller's Point back into Fishook Beach. On my gratitude list too is man's inventiveness, sparked by that electrically powered foil ahead of me. I mean, how crazy is that they can use the electric motor to go out, catch a wave, turn the motor off, use the wave power, then turn their motor back on, and head out and catch another wave. How truly magnificent and awesome is that? In addition to our beautiful tidal pools and beaches, we have all of these mountains that you can see on the left hand side. And in fact, after about a 45-minute hike up the Muizenberg Peak, you can head across the top of the mountain by about another 500 meters, and it's not long before one gets a view of both the Atlantic and the Indian Oceans. I mean, absolutely stunning, and there's an abundance of hikes on our extended Table Mountain range. That is in fact the back of Table Mountain that you can see directly ahead of me, and from there the mountain range extends by about 50 kilometers all the way to the beautiful Cape Point. Once I got back to the club and showered, I had breakfast, and it was there that I reflected on the magnificent surf skiing community that we have. And I think top of my list is the fact that there just seems to be a disproportionately higher percentage in the surf skiing population of thoroughly decent, kind, good human beings, and that it is something to be extraordinarily grateful for. And then our club itself is in a very healthy position. I've been a member, I think, for about 4 years, and the club has grown phenomenally in that time, added at least 200 ski racks in the time that I've been a member. very grateful to the volunteer members of our committee who put in an extraordinary amount of hard work and effort into keeping the club growing and operating. And then a huge thank you too to the giant of a man, Admiral, who runs our club on a daily basis and keeps it clean and well oiled. Thank you, Admiral. Truly appreciate too Vinny, the pioneer of the Miller's Run taxi service, without which a Miller's Run would be a logistical nightmare to organize. Demand has in fact grown so much that we now have a second taxi service in operation. Appreciate too the incredibly friendly staff at the Shorebreak Cafe and the value and quality that we get from them, with a really hearty full breakfast and, for me, great tasting coffee too. Although I mentioned them last, they are in fact top of my gratitude list. That is the magnificent men and women in red and yellow, specifically the volunteers of the extraordinary National Sea Rescue Institute. Thank you so much to all of you. If there's something that I've overlooked or missed out, then I invite you to add to the Gratitude Journal by noting your specific gratitude in the comments beneath the video. Thanks for watching. Hope to have you back on the channel shortly.